What's going on, guys? It's Danny from Slow Restoration, and we have the Camaro gone now. You probably saw that video. Now we have a I think it's a 1999 Corvette C5 convertible with amazingly 14,000 miles on it. As you can see from the interior, it is pretty much spotless. Seats are almost perfect shape. Let me turn the key on here. Door jar, of course. We'll shut the door. There we are, 14,060 miles. And yes, headlights do work, which you would expect with a 14,000 mile car, but we have this in the shop kind of because of that reason. It's obviously sat a lot in its life. So we're gonna do kind of a once over on it, change antifreeze. I think the guy wants a water pump put on it. He just did a tune-up, transmission service. It is automatic. We're going to do a transmission service and just a bunch of like belts, hoses, give it a quick once over. Anything it might need done to it so he can actually drive and enjoy this and not have to worry about it is what he wants done. So these Corvettes are a little bit tricky to put up on the lift. So there goes the headlights. The easiest way I found is backing them in beside the lift bay. We'll jack it up, put it on these dollies, and we'll actually twist the car right around, put it in its spot, and then being on the dollies makes it high enough for the lift arms to go underneath. So let's go ahead and get that done. There we got it. On the lift, in place on the lift. Let's go ahead and raise it up. We'll check out underneath. Make sure everything looks the way it should look. It should, 14,000 miles. We'll just give it a quick once over and then get started on our work. And checking it out underneath, it does appear to be 100% stock except for the tires. That's the only thing I see that's been changed on it. Stock exhaust. It does sound pretty good for stock exhaust, but it is stock. Of course, it is automatic, and it does appear that it had a slight seep at the transmission pan. We'll investigate that as we go. But yeah, we're doing the pan anyway, so we'll reseal that. Rest of it, you can definitely tell it was sitting for quite a while. It's a little bit just kind of grungy under here, just not from road grime so much, but just from sitting. So other than that, it looks good. Motor looks dry. Got the Batwing oil pan on it. Yeah, let's get started with this work. All right, we got all of our parts out of the trunk here, junk out of the trunk. We got antifreeze to go back in. Here's our transmission filter service kit. There's transmission fluid. We are doing brake fluid flush also. So we have brake fluid. Like I said, we have, get that out of there. Hoses, belts, both of them. I think we are doing, I'm not sure if we're doing an oil change or not. There's an oil filter, but there's no oil here. So I guess we'll have to see what he wants for oil. Yeah, so as we're doing radiator, well, water pump, yeah, water pump we're doing. Looks like we're doing the thermostat housing. And obviously we're gonna have the whole system drained down, and we'll do a flush and refill of the cooling system. Sometimes that Dex Cool breaks down, gets pretty nasty. So as we said, this car sat a lot, so we'll get that freshened up in there and he'll be ready to go. So the first thing we're going to do is actually just go ahead and unhook the battery. And the standard Corvette, the battery is right here, so we'll get the battery unhooked, and then we'll start unhooking some stuff up here, go underneath, get the cooling system drained. We'll probably do that first and then start unhooking stuff up here, because we can do that while it's draining. Coolant is draining. There's a plug right here, and it comes out of that hole. Put your catch can underneath. We'll let that drain out, and we can lower it down a little bit, and like I said, start removing some of the stuff under the hood here. All right, we got an air intake system off the top of the radiator. 2 bolts per side, 10mm bolts that pulls off. It gives just more access, more room. Not 100% necessary to take off. You could work around it, but it's just gonna be quicker and easier. So we're gonna pop our belt off. We'll pop our upper hose off because we're replacing all that, and start digging into that water pump. And with all the hoses, two hoses on the side here, there's a upper radiator hose, lower radiator hose. Take them off. We have our belt tensioner removed because we're going to reuse that. And there's 6 bolts, 3 on each side, and our water pump is now loose. All right, guys, so we got working on this and just ended up finishing it. I didn't record. Mike actually finished it up himself. Just a little bit of help from me, but we got a new water pump on, coolant drained, refilled, flushed out, brake fluid same way, drained, refilled, bled. What else did we do? Hoses, belts, trans service. Just kind of a quick once over. This thing should be ready to ride now and be good to go. All right, guys, in this box is a big piece for the new Turbo GMC build. What do you think it is? Let's get it open and find out. Oh boy. All right, let's take a peek at it. Obviously it's the turbo. Only got wrapped good. There it is. Huh, this one's cast. As cast, it's not, mine's polished, but it's okay. Let's get it pulled out here. And there it is. Pull the cap off. There is, this is a billet wheel. That is one thing. My turbo on this truck is a cast wheel. Otherwise identical turbo, I believe. Same specs. Well, this one does have the ported housing also, so definitely a little bit of an improvement, I think, over this turbo. This one works very well, so this one should work even better. But there it is, boys and girls. There's the sticker on it. It has been balanced. There's the serial number. It's a 7875 .96 AR housing on the exhaust. Nice looking turbo. Ceramic ball bearing. The wheel here actually has Turbonetics logo right on it. Patent pending. Nice. It's already got the oil fitting in here. It's got a screen inside, maybe some sort of flow restrictor too. I'm not sure, but it's there, and we're gonna leave it there. So far we did get the air conditioning line. It's relocates your underhood configuration to make room for this turbo. So we got our line, we got our turbo. We're still waiting on the rest of it. Hopefully any day now it'll come. But yeah, awesome. We got a turbo GMC. The new Turbo GMC build now actually does have a turbo. And we have the GMC fired up, making a bunch of noise. We're gonna go see if we can't pick up something for that. And what did we get for this Firebird? We got us a hood. Looks so much better with a hood on. Yes, it's not the correct 400 hood it's supposed to be on. It would have 2 scoops on it, but it is a Firebird hood. Fits decent. The latch needs a little bit of work, but it does shut, and just makes this car look a lot more put together.